just come up with some millions of dollars to start getting into the development.
Speak, thank you.
Paul Silver from the Horseshoe. The corruption that's going to start going on within the nonprofit industry is going to increase, especially with COPA. You see, because the nonprofit doesn't have to report any donors, the nonprofit doesn't have to report any kind of lobbying activity that is conducted with the politicians. Let me give an example. Is SOMOS Mayfair all of a sudden, has become really involved in the development industry. I mean, where did they get this money? Where did they get the millions of dollars to start working with developers to start building land? I know nonprofits. They work in the red all the time. They're constantly coming here and asking for grant monies. So where did SOMOS Mayfair all of a sudden within a couple of years just come up with some millions of dollars to start getting into the development industry? You know, and they're really pushing on COPA. And the reason why they're pushing on COPA is because they don't have to report any kind of information at all. I know this for a fact because when I discovered what was going on within SOMOS Mayfair, Silicon Valley Rising and working partnerships, 4 bullets were fired at me. 4. While Councilman Rebecca Armendariz was on the phone, she heard the bullets fired at me because of my advocacy, because I found out about this corruption that was going on in these nonprofits, and nothing was done. It was reported both to the county and city officials. Absolutely nothing was done. 18 months later, 2 boys are murdered at her house and 4 kids shot. And that woman is still exercising influence with this county and still dealing with this county. That's the kind of corruption that goes on in here. She is also the head of Caras. So this kind of corruption needs to be talked about, openly, and this county can no longer start dealing with organizations, especially like Councilwoman Rebecca Armendariz.
And that concludes our request to speak, both in person and online.
Wonderful. Vice Chair